Hi, I'm Marissa Becerra, your future broadcast journalism editor-in-chief. Welcome back to the last segment of 2024-2025 with a word of advice for my students and teachers. And now a word from a current senior. What is something you'll tell your freshman self?
If I could go back in time and talk to my freshman self, I would tell them not to worry, don't stress too much. All the midterms, the finals, it may feel like the biggest thing in the world, but the time will go by super fast in high school, and all those little worries you won't even remember. The things you remember is the good times that you have with your friends.
Thank you for sharing. Now a word from another senior. Hey, Justine.
Hi.
If you could relive one day of high school, what date would it be?
I would relive the day I got accepted into my dream college, Spelman.
Thank you for sharing. When you're ready.
Hello, I'm Dina Nava, and I'm going to be your co-editor-in-chief for this school year, the 2025-2026 school year. And yeah, here with some leaving seniors. Congratulations, guys. What is one piece of advice that you tell incoming freshmen?
I would say have fun, go to the events. It's your last year. You're only a senior once. I mean, unless you don't graduate, but let's not do that. It's your senior year, but grades are still important. Don't slack off. Make sure you graduate, get that diploma.
I would tell them to normalize their mistakes and to not be afraid to make the mistakes and just learn from them because it's high school. You only be in high school once unless you flunk, like she says. So
I would tell them to lock in since day one because your grades do matter because colleges really do look at them. So just do your best.
And then I would say, besides all the grades, make sure you're having fun and making friends, making all those new connections with everyone because everything is a lot more fun when, everyone's having a good time together instead of being all separate. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn Jackson. I'm going to be asking our assistant principal an important question for the class of 2026. Hi, Ms. Jackson. How are you doing today?
Jocelyn, how are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I was just wondering, what are the top 3 most important things that you would tell the class of 2026 for their senior year?
That's a really good question. So the 3 most important things that the class of 2026, knowing who they are, need to know. I would say this summer that they need to take time out and they really need to decide what college they want to go to. So match the criteria with the college they want to go to, their academic standing, and see, if they're even eligible. I would also tell them to go visit those schools, especially if they're local. Take time out to do that. 2, I would tell them to be organized. Senior year is a celebratory year. It's so exciting, right? But a lot of seniors are celebrating first semester instead of second semester. And so that causes a lot of them to get lost. Their rank drop, a lot of classes that they're retaking. And that's not what we want senior year to be about. So just make sure that they're organized with their events, organized in their calendaring of assignments, turning assignments in, because, the work still is not done yet. Number 3, I would say, don't get lazy. Don't catch senioritis. Come to school. Get into the events. Still be joyful. Still join all the events. Do all the things that you've done the last 3 years. And I say that because the senior year is going to be different because you're going to have freshmen, sophomore, and juniors looking at you, and they're going to be following your lead. So you're leaving a legacy behind. So you want your legacy to be positive, and you also want your teachers to be able to write great things about you when they write your resumes, right? I'm sorry, your reference letters to attach to your resumes. So these are things to think about, and be on time. Right.
We should have bloopers at the end of every segment.
Final set!
Please.
Okay.
That's on the wrong thing. It was showing Titus's part. I didn't.
Chill out,
Stuff yourself. The yearbooks are being sold for $40.
Wait. Oh.
Hello, my name is Titus.
Your favorite teacher signing out with his favorite senior class. Peace.